Oh, Layne, you're so negative. You're so negative. Why are you so negative? Why can't you just leave people alone and just do your own thing? You're so negative. Why are you so negative? I don't like to be negative, guys. I really don't. But when there's a lot of bullshit out there, we can't just let it sit. There's new people coming into the industry every day, starting out in fitness, and that bullshit confuses them. That's why it's important to point it out. However, I hear what you're saying, and I actually hate doing videos where I'm calling people out. I don't like it. But sadly, that's actually what gets the most views. Now, you've got the chance to prove me wrong, because we're gonna do the top 5 best accounts on social media to follow. We're gonna be positive, we're gonna talk about people who are putting out great information. So with that said, let's get into it. Now, first off, I wanna say that this was actually a harder list to put together than the worst 5. By far. As bad as it is out there with bad information, there's actually a lot of good information if you know where to look. Before I get to the top 5, I want to go through a list of honorable mentions. So these are people who are good to follow, who are doing awesome stuff, just didn't quite make the top 5. Again, this is completely my opinion. Other people may see it a different way, and that's fine. And there's probably people I missed. You can even tag those people below, show other people who to follow. Here's my honorable mentions. Martin McDonald, Eric Helms, Jordan Syatt, Mike Israetel, James Krieger, Greg Knuckles, Menno Hinzelmans, Ben Carpenter, Andy Galpin, the guys at Mind Pump, and Spencer Nadolski. How am I ranking these people? I'm looking at 1, reach, so how many people are they getting to? 2, quality of information, and 3, consistency of content posting. So some people are half educational, half, kind of whatever, or they don't post very often, but when they do, it's really good content, that sort of thing. Like, for example, not to pick on anybody, Greg Knuckles doesn't post as much on Instagram as everybody else, but he puts out fantastic information when he does. There's also some hidden gems, and I define these as 20,000 followers or less. So these hidden gems I also recommend you guys follow. My hidden gems are Dan Newmeyer, Dr. Bill Campbell, David Mathis, Miguel Blackhut, Jesse Hoffman, Jackson Pios, Jordan Trummelin, Andres Vargas, and Eric Trexler. And with that, drum roll please. Our top 5 in no particular order are Brett Contreras. Brett is known as the glute guy or butt man or whatever you want to call it. He has brought the big booty back into vogue. Brett has trained probably thousands of women and really specializes in glute hypertrophy. Whoever knew that there would be a job where you basically made people's butts grow. But hey, Brett has done it. But he also puts out really, really quality information overall. He has a big following and he's very consistent with content. Sohee Lee. Sohee was actually an assistant of mine for several years, and she's gone off on her own, built up a really large following. She does absolutely fabulous content, consistent, and she puts in good information time and time again, and not just with the physical stuff, with the mental aspect as well. Dr. Brad Schoenfeld. Brad is probably the foremost expert in the world on hypertrophy research. Nobody has spoken more about muscle growth than Brad. I highly recommend you guys follow him. He's pretty consistent with content and his stuff is consistently good. Aaron Horschig, aka Squat University. Aaron is a doctor of physical therapy and has a massive following, and he puts out consistently great content. I mean, absolutely fabulous content. His posts are high quality and very dense with information. Highly recommended follow. Then the last name on this list is Carter Good. Carter puts out a lot of infographics that are great. He makes weight loss and fat loss extremely accessible to the average person. So if you're somebody who feels intimidated by following a lot of research scientists, Carter really breaks it down into a digestible format that a lot of people can get a lot out of. And he's someone who himself has lost a lot of body weight in his lifetime and kept it off. So he's a really great follow. I recommend you check him out. Now, one other name I gotta bring up, who I excluded from this list because it would not be fair, is the lovely Holly Baxter. Of course, you guys know her. She appears in my videos. She's awesome, masters in nutrition, puts out consistent content. If you're not following her, make sure you go follow her. All right, guys, that's it. We've got the top 5. Help me pick out who's number 1. Vote below. Remember, you can only vote for one name, one time. Put your vote below. Really looking forward to what you guys have to say, and I'll see you next week with our number 1 winner.